following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in a thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey, ho, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. This is our beginning of 2025 show. We've been off the air for 3 weeks, so we're back. We're excited to be back. Before I say anything else, let me introduce my cool, outrageous, gorgeous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Could you throw up from that opening? I mean, that's totally upchuck vomit.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
I mean, really and truly.
I love it.
You know, all he had to say is, and here I am with Ron.
No,
but anyway, all that stuff was very sweet, very nice, and I thank you.
And here's Astro. We're hoping everybody...
Before we go on with the show, I have to say how upset I am with the fires that are happening in our beautiful Los Angeles. That whole coastline that I love, the Malibu coastline, has been destroyed. The museum, whose museum was it?
Getty.
The Getty Museum has been burned down. What a sin. It was one of the most beautiful mansions there ever was. The fires are just bursting out all over, which leads me to believe that there's some sabotage going on or some insanity going on. Rumor has it something to do with Tom Hanks. The hell has he got to do with it? I mean, he couldn't even start a cigarette lighter fire. But anyway, and other people are saying that it's being done to sabotage Trump because they want to blow up the oil refineries. So there's all kinds of craziness going on now in Los Angeles with people saying this and that and the other thing. But the most important thing is that thousands and thousands of homes have been burned to the ground.
And
where are these people going to go?
Yes, it's terrible.
What are we going to do? Now we're going to be in the same boat as New Orleans. They had water, we had fire. So I just pray to God that everybody we know and those that we don't know are safe. Please leave your homes if they tell you to. Take your jewelry and your money and leave. And your animals. You must not leave any animals behind.
And your records, if you can fit in, you got time to get them. But I follow all the lots of celebrities on Instagram, and all of them are posting pictures of their houses just totally gone. There's nothing there.
Nothing.
Ralph's is gone. The Ralph's someplace there, and some other big groceries. Gelson's, I think Ralph's and Gelson's were destroyed.
Gelson's is gone.
Schools are destroyed. It's just a tragedy. Our prayers are with everybody, and we hope everybody's safe. And today we're doing a different kind of a show. We're going to bring on a bunch of people and just say Happy New Year's and talk about what they're expecting for the New Year's. Certain people did have to cancel and couldn't come on because they're actually involved in the fire stuff and they're trying to get to safety. But it's still going to be a fabulous show. We're very happy to be back, and so is Astro. And we have a lot of cool, exciting news. And I'm going to start off with the first thing that we just found out. We have a movie that Ron and I are working on. I'm producing it. He's got a really good role in it. It's called Lost Realm: The Haunting Begins. And they just announced today that they attached Halle Berry to it. So it's going to be fun.
What is that official?
And,
she's on? She's in? The ink is dry, or is it more Hollywood bullshit?
Well, they don't put it out if they don't put it out.
A lot of quackos do that. I've learned over the years that, I could run into a major movie star at a commissary and say to him, "Oh, I heard you just signed up with so-and-so to do this wonderful movie." And they look at you and they say, "What?" What are
A
you
lot of
talking-
times they don't even know though. The agents.
No,
do
no,
it
no,
all.
no, no, no. But they don't know because it's all bullshit. They use the name just to get the money. So I am one that I have a saying. And my saying is, when the ink is dry, that's when I'll agree.
Well, right now we have Halle Berry, Robert Lasardo, Doug Jones, Mark Hamill, and Ron Russell.
And Ron,
And some other people. It looks like we're going to film in the middle of the year sometime. It's looking really good. We're happy about it. We also have lots of other cool movie
and
news
it's a
coming
feature
on.
film. It'll be on the what are they called? The Netflix things. What are they?
No, it'll go in theaters first, and then
Theaters
it'll go on
first, and then it'll be on Netflix or one of those things.
streaming platforms.
Streaming platforms.
Also, just a plug if anybody didn't see The Beast Inside yet. The Beast Inside is also on all the different streaming platforms. You can watch it now. It has a little bit of a Christmas element to it, but it's still out. It came out 2 weeks before Christmas. And so check it out also on Amazon Prime or Apple or wherever you want to go because it's on every platform.
And
possible.
I have a very small cameo part that I did out of friendship.
Yes, it's all fun. So, and what else we got? We have a lot of other cool things going on, but we don't want to scare them all away. I also want to thank everybody who's been going to Dark Frights magazine. It's darkfrights.com. It's the horror magazine that we started for all our horror publications to help promote. Lots of people are going to it. We have a lot of writers for it. And my 10-minute Dark Frights horror news show is doing really well. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in and keep it going. We're enjoying it all the way around. We also have a bunch of shows. We're very excited. We're starting to book for this year. We're going to have a lot of exciting guests on the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. So look out for that. Keep tuning in every week. And we want to thank everybody because the show's doing really well. So thanks everybody for tuning in and watching us and listening to us because actually that's the best when you listen
And
to
we
us.
try very hard every week to bring you an interesting show. I got one of the best compliments ever. Julian Schlossberg, who has a fabulous show right now, complimented me. He said, Ron and Jimmy give all the new ones a break. And I never thought of our show as that way. But we have so many newcomers, new actors that want to be seen, that want to be known, that want to be found, that come on our show. And it gives me a thrill because of my age. When you're 84 years old, you want to give back. And I said to Jimmy, how wonderful that every week I give back to the business young people who are trying so hard to become good actors and famous. So what a compliment to be known as the talk show for the wanting, the up and coming.
Absolutely. So we're going to bring on our first guest, one of my two favorite women on the planet. And my second favorite woman's coming after her, and besides my stepdaughters, obviously. But so let's bring on the fabulously wonderful Eileen Shapiro.
She's your stepdaughter?
No, I said my favorite women in the world. My stepdaughter.
Oh.
No, she's not my stepdaughter. Hey, gorgeous! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Listen, honey, can I give you a little advice? Wear a push-up bra.
They're pushed up.
I saw it here.
They're just not in the screen, honey.
They're back. They're back. They're back. Oh, my God, they're back. How are you, darling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm feeling fine. Feeling good.
I like your shirt.
You look fabulous. I love the hair. She's got the hair
And the
on
lame,
like
and
nice.
the lame, excuse me.
And she's got the purple in the hair with the purple in the jacket.
Look, she's got the lame fringe. She's ready to go Western.
And she got all dressed up for us. Thank you for getting all dressed up. She complained.
So, what's going on in your love life? Anybody exciting?
Everyone's exciting. Everyone I meet.
You like Mae West.
There's too many to name, Ron.
You give those Mae West dances.
Oh, he said you're like Mae West. Do you even know who Mae West is, Eileen?
Yes, I do actually. Didn't she wasn't she a blonde that had big boobs and smoked a cigarette?
No, she's come up.
She had big boobs.
Come up and see me sometime.
All right. Well, I didn't know who she was, but I know who she is.
She's the one that said to Cary Grant, "Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just excited to see me?"
Okay, I like that.
That's something Eileen would say too, actually. So
Yeah, I
it's
would.
okay. So give us
Except mine would be more colorful. So
yes.
All right,
think it's fabulous.
first question. How's my boy? He must be like 30 years old now.
who, Gabe?
Yeah, my dad.
Gabe
My
is
little
good.
Gabe.
Gabe is good. He's in all kinds of plays and shows, and he was just in How to Succeed in Business Without Even Trying. Yeah, he's good. He
Good.
loves
He
So,
sings and everything.
wait, are you Eileen Shapiro?
No, but we have to-
then shut your fucking mouth. I mean, he answers for you. So I want to know about him. So you think he's going to go for it, Eileen?
Well, he wants to be a psychologist, like as a backup, as a plan B. But
That's
yeah,
good.
That's a good
You know,
plan B.
That's good.
as long as he's still in love with the girls that have leading roles, he'll go for it. Otherwise than that, I don't
Because
know.
he's handsome enough to be in the business, and he's certainly intelligent enough, and I'm
Ron,
sure
you
talent.
should see him. He's tall. He's like 5'10". He's
Well,
so
we're coming in. We'll be in Florida in March. Oh, well, you're not in Florida.
She's in New York. What's the weather like in New York right now?
well. When I got up today, it was 19 degrees.
That's pretty cold.
Right now, it's in the mid-20s, so it's kind of warming up.
All right, hold on. We're gonna bring on our next person. Let's bring in Cindy. Oh, look, she wrote E, not Eileen. Cindy, yay! My second favorite woman on the planet. Hi, Cindy. Happy New Year.
Hi,
I
guys.
think Cindy had a face transplant
What do you
Why?
mean?
because she's gotten so beautiful. She went and stole somebody's face, had it chopped off, and stuck it over her old mug.
Thank you,
Right?
Ron.
Look at you, Cindy. You know what? Really. They say some people, as they age, they get far more better looking. You have really become a beautiful woman. From when I first met you, I don't know what you did, the blonde, the hair, the eyes, but you look great. No, she does not look the same. Get an old picture of her. She doesn't look this good.
She just looks a little bit more rock and roll, like Stevie Nicks.
Wait. Do you have a black lover?
You have a black lover. What kind of
A
question?
black lover makes a lot of women pretty.
I have to agree with you, Ron, actually. So,
Eileen
Hi,
agrees.
Cindy.
Jesus.
Happy New Year, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. How are you, sweetheart?
So you guys
Hello,
see,
TV land.
that's right. We're out there in TV land. Okay, so Cindy, Happy New Year. First, I got to go back to Eileen for a second. Eileen, what's the one big thing coming up that you are looking forward to in 2025? And then we'll go over to Cindy after that.
9 inches.
I am looking forward to Randy at Lincoln Center
There we
because
go.
Jackie's going to come in and we're going to go shopping and have a blast.
There you go. Oh, what about this at the end of the month?
At the end of the month. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can talk about it. We're going to have a big Grammy party.
There you go.
At the Goldsmith or the Goldstein or something Gold Mansion in Beverly Hills. It's going to be fabulous. And, well, you'll be there, so you'll know.
Yes, I know. I wanted everybody else to know, so it'll be fun. All right, so Cindy, 2025 is here. You got a lot of things on your plate because we talk all the time. So tell me, what's one thing that you're really looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to our movie, Saving Paradise.
There you go. I wanted to get the plug, you guys.
What?
Cindy, so you guys, it's a very fun story. Cindy's a big Hallmark kind of person, and she came to me one day and said, we should do a movie about similar to the Divas using men. And anyway, the Divas Christmas movie. And I said, what a great idea. And we took it to Jennifer James, who's coming on later, and she wrote the story for it, and she'll be directing it. And Cindy's part of the team, and Ron's playing one of the main characters in it. And it's going to be a great movie, and we're in production, and we're going to be going into production, I think, pre-production in June.
So they wanted me to play the old, handsome, retired soap opera star. And I read the script, and I said, that's not me. Bernie, the New York Jew, that's me. And now I'm playing Bernie, the New York Jew, the conniving manager with what's doing? Go already. And I'm loving every minute of it. And I cannot wait to shoot this film because it's going to be a total blast for me because it's all of my Jewish people in New York combined into one. I've consolidated a little bit of Eileen, a little bit of this one, that one. So really, everybody's in their character. I never play a one-man character. I always play a dimensional character when I'm doing character. So it's going to be wonderful. I cannot wait to shoot it.
And you guys, it's Cindy's first film coming on, and she came up with the idea for it. So congratulations to her and us, because we get to all put it all together. It's going to be fun. Go ahead, Eileen. What were you going to say?
I was going to just ask Ron. I said, I can't wait to see his dimension of me.
What did she say?
She can't wait to see your dimension of her.
Well, there's a line that I'm going to sort of work with where I say, "What? Did you see her tits?" Now that's the Eileen line. So I have to see if we can work it in the script, because I want to make Bernie more of a real wise guy, tough guy, a Jew from Hester Street. You know, the old Jews. When a girl
Nobody knows that.
Well, no, in my day, in the Jewish neighborhoods, if a gorgeous girl walks down the street, all the guys go, "I am dying. Did you see that?" And that, I love that. That's so New York and so sweet and precious to me.
So I want to go back to Cindy. So Cindy, besides working on a movie, because you guys, she's a music promoter. She has an artist. His name is David Martinez. We played his Christmas song on our last show before we stopped for the holidays. So what's going on with David Martinez? Because he's a big fan of the show. We love his music. Anything big to promote for David Martinez? Let's put it out there while we got time.
Okay, so every March during the South by Southwest gigantic music festival, and now it's film, it's everything all put into one. David goes there to go to the Grammys Gala, it's called, and it's held at the Four Seasons there, which is just gorgeous. And of course, it's chock full of celebrities and music celebrities. And then he does a live interview on our other friend, with David Bowers, who everybody probably knows here. And
yes.
So we have a brand new song that's going to be released in tandem with that event, and I'm bringing back an international publicity project that I developed called South by Down Under, which is we help out an indie collective or record label or what have you in Australia, tying it into the South by Southwest and then making a big promotion. Our last promotion was 1 million views of the South by Down Under. So we're going to repeat that this year, and we're going to top it, because I always top my work. So
I love David Martinez. I love David Martinez. I love his music. I love South by Southwest, which I've never been. We've never been to South by Southwest. Have you been to it before, Cindy? Have you been to South by Southwest?
What's Southwest?
It's the biggest music conference in the world with music and movies.
Why would I go to a music?
Because it's music and film. Every major star goes to it.
It's entertainment in general. It's branched out so much from the music that now there's a film festival and movies are involved. And so it's just teaming with celebrities. And so the way that I'm going to affiliate is if I become a Grammys member, I can go to this big Grammys gala. And, to become a Grammys member, you're befriended in, sort of, and then you're invited that way. So David,
I can tell you the exact steps.
Yeah, David.
Yeah,
Eileen, is that all your hair or extensions?
There's a couple of extensions, but it's mostly mine now.
It's mostly your hair. I like it. I like it solid. That little bit is okay.
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
Purple.
Yeah, that's okay.
Actually, it's a feather.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
But I like your hair. I like what your hair looks like.
Thank
Cool.
you.
It looks good on you. You look very good lately. I think you're secretly in love because you look too good.
Look at
Honey,
you.
if
You
I
guys
was
both
in love
look
with
fabulous.
Usually when women are pregnant or in love, they look good. So are you pregnant?
I am pregnant.
Oh, for how many?
Well, you should know.
As many as can fit.
You
As
should
many
know
as-
you're the father.
Oh my God.
You gotta love it.
I love
Actually,
you.
both of you guys look absolutely fabulous. We haven't done a Zoom with Cindy for a year,
Right.
so we haven't seen
It's the
her
long
in
hair.
years.
Cindy, your hair long looks good.
She looks gorgeous, and
You didn't have that
we
long
haven't seen
hair.
Eileen since a long time too. It's been
No,
like
we didn't.
6 months or something
Right,
since we've seen
right,
Eileen.
right.
So
She's very busy
so you
now,
guys both look
running
terrific.
around with stars in her eyes.
There you go. She's getting ready to run around some more. We have so many cool. We have so many cool things coming up this year, and I'm super excited with all of it. And I think everybody's going to like all the things coming on. And I'm happy because Cindy and Eileen are involved in many of the things. Plus, Eileen and I have World Star PR. You guys, we're kicking ass. If you need PR services, check us out. Hit one of us up on social media or on Facebook or anywhere you want to find us if you need the best PR services ever. Because we did win the what did we win?
We won the
So
best
many.
PR for 2024 for the Josie Independent Music Awards.
Right.
So that was
There you
really cool.
Cindy knows more than I do. So we won it, you guys. It means that we're fucking king shit. So please, fucking, if you need
And
PR
we won
services,
it.
you can hire
We won
us.
at the Grand Ole Opry with 4,300 people cheering. So that
Yes.
You guys.
Oh,
have
and now
But you guys have won more than that. You guys have won.
yes.
So many. Through
Yes,
through
that's like
the
our
years,
fourth.
consistently.
That's like our
not just one.
that's our fourth one, I think. All right, now we're gonna add to the table Kenny Aronoff. So let's bring Kenny in.
Poor guy. Poor fella.
How you guys doing?
Rockstar, what's up?
Take the fucking glasses
He never
off.
takes
Who
the
do you
glasses
think
off.
you are? Guy,
Hey,
take
Kenny.
the
He
glasses
never
off.
takes them off. You say that every time. He never takes them off.
I mean,
Happy
what?
2025.
Wait. The truth is, are you cross-eyed? No. So what?
I always wear the glasses.
When you go to bed with a gorgeous girl like Eileen Shapiro, do you put
Yeah.
your sunglasses on?
Hell yes, I don't take them off.
I'll do Kenny any way I can.
So Kenny,
never
please say hi to
I-
Cindy and Eileen, and
Kenny.
welcome 2025. We're happy to see you. Hope everything is
How
going
you
well.
doing? Are you
Yeah, I'm
working,
doing-
making any money?
Yeah, I'm playing with Sammy Hagar. I'm going to be doing.
You still on those two?
Wait.
You're still on
Wait, let him
wait.
finish.
I got to finish my joke.
Oh, well, let it finish.
Are
Though.
you still on the $200 movies?
He doesn't do movies.
I know. You're
Yeah,
wrong.
I'm gonna go. I'm doing the best of both worlds. I was on the end of the best of both worlds tour. We're doing a bunch of shows. We're doing a residency in Vegas, like let's see, April 30th to May 17th, and then I'm going on tour with. Basically, I'm playing with Sammy Hagar now, but I'm also with Joe Satriani, and Joe Satriani and Steve Vai are in a band together. We're going to do a European tour, June, July in Europe. Plus, I got my speaking sessions in my studio. I just did 3 nights at the Troubadour with Billy Gibbons, with special guests like Slash and Orianthi and Robbie Krieger from The Doors, Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains, and on. It's just nonstop for me.
Good for you, though. And how
Kenny
cool is that?
works all the time.
How is Sammy Hagar? Is he a cool guy?
Very cool. One of the nicest guys in the world. Texts me all the time. He'll call me up out of the blue. He's great. He's a real band guy. I mean, he likes to be engaged with the guys in the band. It's not like he's the rock star and then you never see him until you're at the gig or rehearsal. Not at all. He's engaged all the time. He sent me and me and Mike something last night. Said, "This is what we're going to do in Cabo next year." That's October. He says, "This is what we're going to do. This is my vision for next Cabo." That's so cool.
I love it.
Have you seen Scott Page lately?
He's coming on.
No, I haven't.
We haven't seen Scott. He fell off the Susie Wong world.
Well, I don't know. Has he been doing any?
He's not playing
Actually, he's in Vegas now, and he is going to come on later. He's doing speaking things. I'm not exactly
We
sure.
haven't heard from him in a long time.
Doing something.
I love it. So is that? I follow Sammy Hagar on Instagram. So he does a lot of cool shit on Instagram. He's very interactive with everybody. So it makes it a lot of fun.
Yep.
So let's
That's why
plug.
I don't have to do so much. I
You
don't
have
have to do
a
as much because I'm all over the place because of him.
that works perfect though. So let's give a plug real quick while you're on, because you have like I'm the Greatest Drummer book, right, or something.
Yeah, I've got.
What's your book?
It's called Sex, Drums, Rock and Roll. I got a picture right here.
Sex, drums, and rock and roll. Look at all the gold albums.
What's
drums,
better
rock and roll.
than sex, drums, and rock and roll? How about sex on a
My
drum
mom-
while listening to rock and roll?
There you go, you guys. The hardest hitting man, Kenny Aronoff.
Boom, bada, boom,
From
boom,
when
boom.
people Google you, it says that you're one of the top 5 drummers in history of drummers in rock and roll. So
Up there with Gene Cooper. Don't forget Gene Cooper.
Well, it was actually Rolling Stone called me top 100 drummers of all time. So and those who's depends on who's picking that list. But I'm grateful I was picked. It's all good, and there's so many great drummers. People ask me who's your favorite drummer. I said pretty much everybody I see is good. Everyone's got something special. But I'm on 300 million records sold, and I've got 1,300 of these gold, diamond, platinum records. So obviously, I've just done a lot of recording and a lot of touring, and so I've been everywhere for 45 years and still going strong.
did you have all 1,200 of them like framed?
No, 1,300 of them. No, I don't. There's a couple I never got, like the Rolling Stones, Bridges of Babylon. And this is just in my office. I mean, I have a studio with tons more. But I mean, I'm not the guy who puts them in the kitchen or in the dining room or when you walk in. It's just in my office and in my studio.
I love it. Do you have a home studio or
Yeah.
do you have a studio? You go someplace.
Go someplace. Yeah,
Okay.
I got a control room, a drum room. People can, if you go to my website, people can then send me an email, and I have a whole system. I tell them what it costs to record each song. Sometimes I'll record 10 in a day. Then sometimes I'm not doing it for a couple of weeks. And yeah, this is a way for people to get Kenny Aronoff on your record or your song or whatever.
And what's your website? Tell everybody what the website is. You guys, shut up!
That's
Sorry, the dogs.
The dog,
That's
not
right.
you. Kenny.
Yeah, not you, Kenny.
The website is www.kennyaronoff.com. And
That's an easy
it's my name. And then it's I think there's a contest. It says contact. Or if you go to the studio, up in the menu, you click on studio. I think there's a way to reach me. I don't ever go there because I don't hire me to play on my stuff.
That's right. That's good that you don't have to do that. Actually, Eileen, go ahead and say something.
So, Kenny, you around January 31st? We have a big Grammy party with a big fat red carpet. I want you to come.
Oh, let me see. Where am I? January 31st. I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay. I'll send you like a formal invitation. Cindy, you can come too if you want to fly down.
Fly out.
In
Cindy.
whatever.
Yep. I'm in. I'll put that down here. Grammy.
Put it down right now. It's going to be in the Goldsmith or the Goldstein Mansion in Bev Hills.
Grammy red carpet.
Hey, Kenny, I have a stupid question I want to ask, but it's a question that might be interesting. What makes a better drummer? What is it in you, about you, that makes you better than the others? You all hit the sticks the same.
Well, I mean, it's just like anything. Every human being on the planet is different and unique. Everyone's got a different energy, a different vibe. And when you have a strong personality, or whatever your personality is, you want to get that to come through in your performing or whatever you do, because that's what's going to make you the most unique. There's no two people alike. So it's being able to get that energy, who you are, your spirit, to come through in your playing. Now, on a technical note, to be a great drummer, a great musician, you have to be able to keep great time. You have to make it feel good. And for me, being a drummer, you have to pick the right beat. First thing I do when someone gives me a pair of sticks is like, what beat am I going to play? That defines everything. You change the beat, you change the song. A lot of songs, I've created beats that made Well, for example, like in Jack and Diane, John Mellencamp's biggest hit single, that song wasn't even going to be on the record. It was gone. And I programmed this thing on a Lin 1 drum machine, then came up with this drum solo. It became John Mellencamp's biggest #1 hit single ever. And so there's an example, picking the right beat, keeping time, making it feel good. And then the fourth component is being creative, coming up with a creative, innovative idea that makes that song special. So the finding solutions to problems, whether you're a drummer on a basketball court or in a corporate board room meeting, finding solutions to problems requires creative and innovative ideas. So the Jack and Diane story is an example of how the song wasn't even going to be on the record. I come up with a drum program, which was a new technology back then in 1981 or 82. Then I put a drum solo on that I had to compose on the spot with the fear of losing my job. That song gets on the record. Then it tests real well on radio, and it goes to #1, while we had another song in the top 10. That just completely launched John Mellencamp's career at the highest level. No, it launched my career, but it exploded John's career. He had already had 5 records out. But that song was humongous. It made the label millions and millions and millions of dollars. I solved the problem with a creative and innovative idea. So a drummer has to be able to pick the right beat. You have to have impeccable time, and you have to make it feel good. And the feel is what makes every person individual and unique. There's nobody who has my personality. And when that personality comes out on the drum set, it motivates and inspires the band and the audience. And then there's this toward relationship that goes back and forth between drummer and band, band and drummer, audience and band, band and audience. That's the whole deal right there.
Good. That's a good answer.
I have a question for you from the chat room, actually, and they want to know what you thought of the movie Whiplash. Did you see the movie Whiplash about the drummer?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Did you
I had
like
a teacher that, yeah, I did. The ending wasn't realistic, but it was a great movie. What the takeaway is how this intense instructor who was a little bit over the top, but these are people sometimes you will run into in any business. I had a teacher that didn't throw things at me, but he was pretty demanding. If you weren't prepared, if you weren't, oh my God forbid if you didn't practice for him. I saw guys, I went to Indiana University School of Music, the #1 school of music in the country for classical music at that time. If you weren't prepared, sooner or later you'd get thrown out of that school. It was hard to get into that school, but to stay in that school was even harder. You had to be at the highest level. That's why it was #1. So there was no entitlement, no hand holding, none of this bullshit where everyone gets a trophy. Fuck that. That doesn't help anybody become great. And so that Whiplash thing was an instructor that his whole life was music. And if you weren't up to par, if you wanted to be in his band, you had to do exactly what he said, and you had to be at the highest level, and he pushed his people. And so I could relate to that very, very much.
Do you have a favorite song that you've played on?
I'm on 300 million records sold. It's hard to figure out. Jack and Diane, Blaze of Glory by Bon Jovi, Heaven on Earth by Belinda Carlisle. That was #1. Meatloaf, I'll Do Anything.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love
Sometimes Love Just Ain't Enough. Another #1 hit single with Don Henley and Patti Smythe. But then, I recorded with the Buddy Rich Big Band. So there's a song called Straight No Chaser, which is a blazing, insane fast song that actually I could bring it up here. I don't know if you'll hear it. If I play it, I'll bring it up. But it was like, that was probably the scariest recording I ever did in my life. You only got 4 tries, and you're playing, with one of the greatest big bands ever, and it was intimidating. But there's so many, I can't even remember all the songs and all the different people I recorded with. It's just, I don't think about it. I always I don't set it and forget it. I move on. As soon as I do something, I'm thinking, what are we doing next? What's next? What's next? Like a guy getting a touchdown in football. As soon as a great running back, as soon as he gets a touchdown, he's like, all right, what's next? What's next? What are we doing next? Give me the ball again. Let's see. Can you hear? Let me hear Tell me if you hear
Okay.
this.
Hang on.
Can you hear that?
Very hard to hear.
How about that?
No, it doesn't.
No.
Kenny,
Yeah.
You gotta love it. So
Kenny, have you
Yeah.
ever, or would you ever, record an album of only drums?
If someone wants me to do that, I'll do it.
I would love it.
Pay me
I'm
to
a
do
drum freak. I would play that. I love drums, and I couldn't think of anything better than to listen to all this wonderful, percussion.
Well,
Bongo.
I wrote a small, I don't know, might have been a minute for the Indianapolis Colts, the NFL, for a charity that Jim Mercer, the owner of the Colts, has for addiction and all kinds of stuff. So I composed a huge percussion and drum piece specifically for that. So it was incredible. It was like
years ago when we used to dance like normal people. The drum was what got us going. The minute the drum soloist came in, then that's when our feet started to move and we would throw each other all over the room. So the drum does bring out the native savage.
animal magnetism.
The native savage in you. At least with me, the drums turn me on. Also, drag queens, when they do a striptease, they need the boom, 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 boom. That beat, any drag queen can strip to. So drums are so important in every facet.
The drums are like an engine in a car. No engine, no car.
Kenny, do you still love the Beatles?
A drummer. What?
Kenny, do you still love the Beatles?
Absolutely. You kidding me? That's what made me get into music. When I saw the Beatles at 10 years old on the Ed Sullivan Show, it was at that split second that I knew what my purpose in life was, and all these heavy decisions I've made in my life were based on that feeling that I saw when I saw the Beatles.
That's funny. We watch Ed Sullivan every Sunday night at 10 o'clock. He's on MeTV, and the Beatles were on not too long ago because we watched old TV.
I was just going to say, has everybody on the screen seen the Beatles on Ed Sullivan? I think we all did.
Yes, absolutely. We watch it every Sunday night at 10.
Except
and then Carol Burnett comes on.
Back then, and some of us didn't.
Yes.
We live an exciting life.
We love MeTV, though.
Our life is just so full of sex and drugs and insanity.
I like Bobby, though.
Can I ask?
Have you ever met Bobby Blotzer? Do you know Bobby Blotzer? We had him on the show a couple of times. He's been on the show. And we also had the drummer for Pop Evil. I forgot his name, though. But I always love the drummers. They're my favorite.
And what's our friend, the drummer who we love, who plays with, we saw him at the Dome. What's his name?
Stephen Perkins.
Oh, Steve Perkins.
I love him.
Oh, they definitely know each other.
I love
They
Steve
know each other.
He's one of my favorite people. He is the sweetest guy in the world.
Yes, you can ask. Cindy's turn.
I want to ask Kenny. Kenny, can you just say hi to Paul in the chat room? He's a drummer, a friend of mine.
Oh yeah, how you doing, Paul? What's up?
Thank you.
There you go.
Much.
Perkins plays a good drum. Perkins is a good drummer.
So is Kenny.
What?
Thank you, Eileen.
But Kenny, we already know you're Rolling Stone top 100 drummers. And what happened to him? Did he disappear?
He fell over from
Lost
love.
Kenny.
No, I think he hit something with the video, I think. If he's still listening, Kenny, we already know you're Rolling Stone.
Perkins and he blacked it out.
We already know there he is. We already know that we already know you're top 100 drummers from Rolling Stone, but somebody else named you top 5, Drummers World or Drummer Magazine or somebody, because I remember it in the day. So I would stick with that.
I think you're right.
Let's just say Steve Perkins and Kenny on.
I'm 84 years old,
common.
so I bring up the name Gene Krupa. In my day, That poor Gene Krupa, they used to shoot him up before they shot the scene. They loaded him up so much with
With what?
with gasoline, anything they had. That when he hit those drums, he didn't even know he was there. His hands were just going automatically. What a drummer! I mean, don't you agree that Krupa was good?
Of course, I mean those drummers. I mean, Cooper. I mean, Buddy Rich was actually the biggest freak of nature. I mean, there was nobody like Buddy Rich. But those all those guys were great. Louis Bellson, Max Roach, Gene, Elvin Jones. All the jazz drummers were had the most technique, and because it was the nature of jazz was to have to be able to improvise. So you had to have a huge vocabulary, and these guys had massive technique, so they could do all kinds of crazy things. Gene Krupa was a very, very musical drummer, and had a lot of technique.
We had a lot of great musicians back then. Lots of great music.
That's so fun. So you studied, though. You studied, like you actually didn't just wake up and start beating on the drums. You're highly educated in it, along with experience.
Well, let me put it this way: the ability to read and write music at the level I do is what made it possible for me to get a call, and within 23 hours, I was filling in for Jason Bonham for Sammy Hagar because Jason's mom got very, very sick. Now, I had 45 pages of music I was reading, 45. And I'm talking like if I got a chart right here, it'd blow your mind how much. I mean, it looked like fly shit. I mean, every note's written out because you don't just come in there and jam. I mean, I have everything. I know who's going to tune their guitars. I know when there's a guitar change. I know every tempo of every song. I know every count off, every beginning and every fill, everything. It's all written out. It's no way you can memorize that much material at a short notice. And so my ability to read really helped basically, keep the tour on the road. So that education, I always wondered where that classical education was going to meet rock and roll, where like in the Mellencamp band, nobody read music. You're a rock and roll band. You just get together and play. But it was situations like that, or coming off of a tour where I have 90 songs that I have to either learn for live shows, like Kennedy Center Honors or whatever. Some of these big shows where I play with 24 artists, I can't memorize that material. You only have 2 or 3 rehearsals. So the ability to read and write, that's where that academic world met the unacademic world in my world.
I love it. I think it's freaking awesome. The only thing that's bad about being the only thing bad about being a drummer is that you have the most equipment that you have to carry around from place to place.
Oh, he doesn't carry it, Jimmy. He's got
when you started out, when you started out though you did, but now that
but I didn't care. I didn't care. I was so excited to be playing. But now there was a time where I had drums in New York, Nashville, LA, Japan, Germany, and Indiana where I lived all the time. And they were stored. And when I'd fly in those places, that my drums were there and the cartage company would set them up. So now, I have cartage companies, they'll get me, like when I give speeches, I give speeches around the country. And part of my event is I have my drums there and I play the music and I have a whole deck. The cartage, I will find out who has the drums I play in that city, and a company will come and they'll bring them in, set them up, and I tweak it. Yeah.
I love it.
So girls, what do you think?
I think that people have their internet and the fire. Kenny, are you near the fire?
Yeah, I'm lucky. I had my car packed last night, and it's very bad. The wind is as much as 100 miles an hour. I'm not in the fire. I can see the smoke out there, but it's miles and miles away. There are 4 fires here right now, but last night I was a little concerned because you never know when it hits. So I had in my car things ready, and I had a whole game plan. If electricity went off, I knew to hit a clip on the garage door so I could lift it manually and get the hell out of there. but
Wow.
there's nothing right in my area. But Pasadena is only, I don't know, 20 minutes, 25 minutes away, and that's on fire. Then you got Pacific Palisades, completely devastated.
Yeah.
That's more like 30 minutes away. But yeah, it's still going because they can't. It's not contained, because when you have wind from 60 to 100 miles an hour, you can't even put it out. So it's a disaster out here. Although I'm looking like out there, it's sunny, but not far away is the disaster. So yeah, I'm lucky. I'm very fortunate.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
in the
that
right
some
place.
people are having trouble with their internet, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think
There
so
are
too.
people with internet. Yep, there are. The internet is down. Yep, out here. Yeah.
That's okay. We love having you here, and we love having you here. And I'm glad that you're safe from the fire, especially with all your stuff.
That's the thing. Is all the memorabilia. You never get that back again, and it's
That's
a sin to lose it. Would be a heartbreak.
Yeah, we can't take everything, so I didn't even. I just took the obviously important things like your wallet.
So we have the same thing here in Florida because of the hurricanes. So you have to have a go bag. You have to have a go bag.
You have to be ready.
So
yep.
You can't put your whole life in a go bag.
I say the hell with the house. It's what's in it that counts.
Yeah,
that's right.
I mean,
very hard to replace.
The house means nothing. You could buy another one, but what's inside is important.
Because you can't replace all that stuff.
Your whole life is in that house.
What are you going to do?
Right.
Well, Eileen has pictures in the foyer of all her husbands, and if her house went on fire, she'd lose all the pictures of all of the husbands. And lovers.
Husbands and lovers.
It took up an entire foyer, 30-foot wall.
It's Eileen's gallery, right? Eileen, that's your gallery, right?
Exactly.
Well, she's the one that might light the fire. She doesn't want to see these people again. Like, get out of my life.
Exactly.
She's the one that burned the house down. I'm done with
all and it's not pictures of their faces either.
Jimmy, we have a fan.
Well, we're going to lose a lot of people coming in today because they don't have internet. Internet has shut down in LA practically all over.
Say that again, Cindy. Say it again.
Okay, so I just got a things for. We have a fan watching. Hi, Hadar. There's a guy on Blue Sky who's loving the show. Hi, Hadar. His name's
there you go. Hey, what's up? Are you guys? Everybody on Blue Sky? Cindy's killing it on Blue Sky with like 15,000 followers, and I'm not doing well. Eileen's not on it. Kenny, you're probably not on it either, right? It's a new. It's like Twitter.
It's a new platform.
It's a new social media platform. And she's killing it. Okay, so we're going to add in Hub Reynolds real quick. Let's bring in Hub to join us.
Hub.
Hey, Hub, say hi to Kenny.
Hey, Kenny. Hey, my lady. Cindy. I see Miss Shapiro, the queen.
Hey, Hub.
I see the good fellas looking as handsome as, California should look. Yeah, hey, everybody.
Hub's in Florida, you guys. Hub's a country music artist from Florida who's got a new girlfriend, or I don't know if she's a fiance yet, but and you moved back to Florida, right?
Yes, I moved back to Florida. I sold the Alabama farmhouse and went down there where she was, and now I'm looking for a new place to, put a ranch up and all that.
Is there a ring, Hub? Is there a ring?
Is there a ring?
Yeah, we both have bands on. Yeah, we do.
Okay.
You didn't get married, did you?
No, he's not married yet.
No, but if we do, we're probably going to sneak off and then have a celebration afterwards.
This one, you better put a chain around and a net over.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're a bad boy.
Hang on, you guys. So we're going to bring in one more person. Now we're getting fun. So let's bring in Tony Orlando.
Hello, everybody.
Hey! Tie a yellow ribbon, baby. It's 2025.
Woohoo! There he is. Man, the funny fellow.
So Tony, I don't know if I know you know Eileen, Cindy Lady Lake. This is Hub Reynolds Jr. and this is Kenny Aronoff. He's one of the greatest drummers ever in the history of music. So you guys should actually know each other. He helped make Jack and Diane famous. So Kenny, say hi to Tony.
Hi, Charlie. How you doing, man?
Eileen, I want to say thank you for having me. She called me up and said, "You're going to do Jimmy and Ron's show." I wouldn't wait a second. I'm dying to do this show. Hey, speaking of California, I lived there for 30 years, and the house that I lived in is in Brentwood. And I just called some people, friends of mine, and they told me that it's in jeopardy right now. But here's the thing about this house. So I bought this house in 1977 for $430,000. I sold it in 1983, to give you an example of this neighborhood, for $2.6 million. It just sold this year for $24 million. The guy in that house, $4 million, maybe looking at nothing there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that unbelievable? So sad. They need our prayers.
Sad, scary, everything.
Yeah.
What's sad is the $24 million number. It's ridiculous because I owned a house up in Stevenson Ranch. I paid $340. It's selling for about $2.5.
Yeah.
Now, it's the same house and it's 20 years later. And I feel sorry for the young people that have children and want a home. They cannot afford those prices. And I think gouging real estate, you should drop dead if you do that. Anybody, don't give a fuck who you are. When I hear people, when I hear these movie stars, they bought some shit house up in the Hollywood Hills for $2 and they're selling it for $50 million. I think, how much money do you need, you idiot?
I agree.
How much money? You no talented piece of shit that made a movie.
But nobody's making them buy it.
The point I'm trying to make is the people who are selling those houses are not wealthy. They've been living there for 40 years. So they're sat there waiting for them for the right moment to sell their houses and maybe make a big score. They're going to go out of there with no property, no insurance, because insurance companies are not backing them. And it's very sad what's going on.
We won't be able to get insurance in California now. Again, little bit insurance will be over. So let's put it on a happier note.
Yes,
Tony, what's a big thing? For sure, you guys, Tony has a great radio show. It's on Saturday nights at 11. Is that right? I'm not sure.
In New York, it's on at 10 o'clock. How come you're not listening to me?
I do actually listen to it later because I do press releases.
You listen to my show, Jimmy.
I love it. I see all the great guests you get, and I'm jealous. You have such fabulous guests. I think so. The show is on Saturday nights at 10 o'clock in New York time. You guys on ABC Radio, and what do you got going on as far as shows for 2025? Because you're always playing shows.
Well, I retired last March 22nd. After 64 years in this business, I retired.
You're full of baloney. You're full of baloney.
Okay.
You're never going to retire. Tomorrow, somebody's going to.
You don't believe anything anyway, so why even go there? But
listen, Tony.
I'm trying to say,
Tony.
Shut up for a second.
Let him talk.
Tony.
Hey, let him finish.
Give me 1 second. I love you. I love you. So what? I retired. I'm 80.
I'm 84.
You're 84. But they
Still
come
working.
when the road and 80 doesn't match. It's like I tell my wife, I can still hit the ball. I just can't run the bases.
There you go.
That's good. I'll go with that.
Yeah, he agrees.
The road's a killer. So what am I doing? I've written 2 screenplays. I've written a brand new book. I've just finished a Broadway show. I'm using as much writing muscle as I possibly can. And the most important thing is I'm able to sit and do wonderful shows like your show, Jimmy and Don, and have fun with you and enjoy myself finally in this business that I've been in for 64 years.
Good for you. And actually, that's not retiring, though, if you did something on Broadway and you're writing plays and stuff.
I'm retiring as a road performer.
Yes, as a road performer.
A creative human being. That's not
good.
I'm in the business also exactly 64 years. I started at 19 years old making movies. And it has not been a great career because I had a lot of private issues in my life that I had to stop working to raise my children when my wife took a powder. It wasn't easy. Now, that I'm old. They want me. When I was young, they didn't want me. I was too ethnic looking. I looked Puerto Rican. I looked black. I don't know what the hell they thought I want. They wanted Tab Hunter. They wanted all those blonde, blue-eyed boys. When I would audition, they'd look at me. They'd say, "Oh, no roles for Mexicans today." And I'd say, "But I'm Italian." It didn't matter. I was dark. My hair, my face didn't work.
Now that he's old.
Now that I'm an old bag and I can't remember lines, they put me in movies. So go
Hey,
finish.
you guys,
Mark.
I have
year
to
did you
go.
start, John? What year was that? What year was that?
I started working in
Hang on,
1959.
you guys.
Say
Kenny's
bye
gotta
to
go.
Kenny.
Kenny, Happy New Year. Thank you so much. We'll see you.
Yeah.
Have a
Kenny,
great
we'll
I
see
day.
gotta
you,
go,
we'll see
guys.
you at the
Kenny.
Global.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you at
Take
the
care.
Global.
See you guys.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Kenny.
Kenny.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
For everybody.
Yeah, I started in 1959 in a movie with Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter called That Kind of Woman. I played an extra, and I was bitten, and I wanted only to be an actor the rest of my life.
That's it.
And I wound up a drag queen for about 20 years. A famous one, too, a very good one who impersonated Jane Russell. And I became famous as that persona. And then, of course, I left it to go back to acting. So you're never over. That's why when you said you're retired, we don't really retire, Tony. We like to think we do.
No.
But if something exciting comes,
Allow me to be specific. Okay. I've retired from a road performer. I've retired.
okay, okay.
I've retired from working at arenas, and that's what I meant. So, but you never retire creatively. I've always wanted to write for film. I've always wanted to write for Broadway. I'm doing so, and it doesn't matter to me, Don, if it's successful or not. The act of being creative is all I care about right now. You know, at 80, I'm enjoying this whole new world that I'm into where I feel super creative without having to worry about a 5-hour delay at an airport or a cancellation or a snowstorm or a fire in LA. So my life has been simplified, but my creative powers have been exaggerated.
I understand that part.
Well,
I understand.
I want to tie us all together in something.
But
Wait.
let me just finish it with, if I suggest to a producer, hey, what about Tony to play that part? Call him up, see if he's interested. Is he?
I don't think so.
No, hey, why not?
I just
What
don't.
do you-
I
you
don't know.
turn me down?
I really have to think about it because the truth of the matter is, the 2 times I was on Broadway, one time in Barnum, I played Barnum on Broadway, which was a Tony Award-winning show. You had to learn to walk the tire, wrote the,
I saw pictures.
Yeah, you saw the play?
Yes.
Oh my God, Eileen. So that was 1980, and you know, I've done the films. I've done it all, Don. I've done everything a performer could ever pray for. If I were to do something, it would have to be 2 reasons. One, it would have to be for a super good friend like you. If you said to me, do me the favor, I would do it. If Dion DiMucci, for instance, called me and said, would you do me the favor? Or my good friend Garth Brooks said, do me the favor, I would do it. But not based on me auditioning for a part. No, I wouldn't do it.
Okay, so here, I'm going to tie us all together.
Astro, shut up.
Astro. Fucking dog. Okay, so tying us all together, you said you wrote 2 screenplays.
Yeah.
Pub Reynolds is a country singer, and he's had a really rough life, and he just wrote a screenplay about his life, and he's working on that. Cindy came up with an idea for a screenplay that was written, and we're shooting this summer. The film is actually funded already, and we're shooting this summer. And Eileen has written a screenplay, producing several movies with us. So we all have that. And I produce films. I've produced a whole bunch of films. So it all goes together. Can you, are your films that you wrote like about your life or anything? Or are they just cool stories?
No. One's an animation.
Oh, cool.
Idea. One's an animation that I'm writing for Disney. One is also, I'm pitching to my good friend, brother, my son, almost like a son to me, Adam Sandler, who I did a movie with called That's My Boy that did very well.
Yes, great movie.
Yeah, and so, as I said, I'm not even writing with the idea of, oh, I'm writing a movie, let me sell it. I'm writing if it's great and it happens, great. If it means that it's just something I love doing that day and it goes no further than my office, that's okay with me too.
I'm like that too.
I forgot in all of that too. Ron wrote a film that we're pitching right now, and so
It's a good
called
comment.
the Cursed Gift of Magic, and it's a 1943 set comedy. So I forgot. So everybody on the screen has written, has got something in the works that they're all working on.
But
That's not music.
Let me ask you, Tony, the question
Sure.
that everybody listening right now wants to know. It's a stupid question, not important, but maybe we can make something out of it. When you got Yellow Ribbon, what did you think? Get out of here, tie your ribbon around a tree. What are you kidding?
Say that again.
When you got Yellow Ribbon,
Tie a yellow
remember that song you made? You made $1 zillion with?
I did not. No, you're right. I did not want to record it. You're right.
You didn't want to record. You thought it was stupid, right? Tie your ribbon around a tree.
Interesting. On the radio show that I do, I interview a lot of people. And I always ask the question, for instance, I'll say, I had the Fifth Dimension on, Billy and Mal. I said, what was the Up and Away? Oh, we thought it was a silly song. We didn't want to cut it. So most of the people who recorded their biggest hits didn't want to record those songs. It's a strange thing if they didn't write it. So I actually used Yellow Ribbon.
What's happening?
I actually used Yellow Ribbon as a way of bargaining with the producers of that album. Here's what I said. Okay, I'll record the song only if you do me one favor. You allow Thelma Hopkins and Joyce Vincent of Dawn to also have solo parts on the album. And that was a negotiating factor for me. Lo and behold, did I not know that this song, Tie Yellow Ribbon, would not only become the #1 song of 1973, but get this, Don, since I've recorded that song, on behalf of veterans, it has raised $173 million on behalf of veterans.
That is so beautiful. That is super fabulous.
Yeah, that is so worth it.
That is definitely worth
That
it.
is wonderful, Tony. Wonderful.
So we want to bring in.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Between my 33 years with Jerry Lewis on the telethon, hosting it with him and Sammy and Ed for 33 years, I did the New York feed and also the Las Vegas feed. Aside from my incredible work with Jerry for 33 years, since 1973, the first time I ever welcomed home our POWs from Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos with Bob Hope at the Cotton Bowl, never did I know or even think or imagine that one song, and you, a songwriter coming from Nashville and country music, most of you guys write, we don't know. You have no idea how powerful a 3-minute song can be. Take my song, Raising All That Honey. Take Lee Greenwood with God Bless the USA.
Love
what he's with that song. You know, all of us born in the USA, Springsteen, all of us who have had something that became valuable to human beings and their lives out of one 3-minute moment of music is astounding.
That sure is.
Yeah.
No, it's absolutely amazing. So I want to bring in Irene Michaels so she can actually meet you and say hi, Tony. She's a great artist. She's super cool. She's 79 and killing
And
it.
she is the ultimate piece of ass you will ever see.
Yeah, she's fabulous. So Irene,
She
bring
is
in
a
Irene.
piece of ass.
Irene
I'm
Michaels.
crazy about Eileen Michaels.
Irene.
And
Arny. Irene Arny.
Hi,
Hey,
guys.
Tony.
I'm going straight for you.
Hang on, let him say
Tomorrow at 9:00, I'm going straight for you.
So Irene and Arnie,
I
please
love
say
her.
hi to Tony
I love
Orlando, Hub Reynolds, Cindy, and
Hello, Tony Orlando. Hello. One of my favorite singers of all.
There you go.
Tony, of course, he's everybody's favorite. How come you didn't come to Palm
Thank you
Springs?
so much. Thank you for that.
Irene,
Can I
listen,
just say thank you, Irene? I want everybody to know this, okay? So we're all in this business a long time, right? We've all paid our dues. We've all been there and back. And one of the things that I think we value the most is when people come to other performers, not for money, not for stardom, not for, for anything other than helping people. That lady, that Eileen sitting right there, in all of my 64 years in this business, I swear to you, I've never met anybody who just does it because she cares about you. And that's something you don't have to do.
Yep.
And you,
she's got gigantic boobs.
Your greatest supporter, seriously, is that lady right there. When she calls on your behalf, we all listen because she has a love for the both of you that has no measuring stick.
Yeah, but Tony, guess what? We have a love for her that goes beyond belief. She is like my sister, my best friend, my drag queen.
Oh my God.
You are my drag queen. You are my drag queen. When I dressed you for the Academy Awards and I threw those Malibu feathers on you, you look like you were in drag. You look wonderful.
So real quick, too, we want to introduce. So Irene, please also meet Cindy Diadamo. I'm not sure Diadamo. Hub Reynolds, and Eileen, and Tony's fabulous. So we want to welcome you on.
Meanwhile, is this the man? Is this the husband next year?
Yes, this is the husband.
The husband.
Oh, well, I want you to know you got about a week left. I put a hit on you.
You're not the first.
I'm going to go straight. I'm going to be I will be a heterosexual man tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
You're not the first. You're not the first.
I believe it.
I am so crazy about her. You have no idea. She is so talented. She is so beautiful. She is so put together. And she's 74. God bless her. Not 79. Almost my age. You know what? I bet you and I would look good. I could look drag, I could look like you. But no,
where are you guys?
I love her.
You guys look like you're in the Mediterranean or something. So where are you?
Mexico.
There you go, on vacation. Good for you.
Let me brag about Arnie for a minute, because you all know about Irene. But Arnie actually is a 9-time Tony winner, by the way.
Cool.
And he is also used to be, and still is kind of sort of, and sometimes like one of the biggest concert producers on the planet. And he owns the Big Apple Circus. So there you go.
He's nice looking. I thought he would be like some horrible really? I figured a beautiful woman like that usually has a troll for a husband. You notice that when you see gorgeous women walk in the room and the husband's like 2 foot bent over, warts, ugly. Now, this guy's good looking. So Irene, you got a good looking husband.
Thank you.
Maybe tomorrow at 9 o'clock I'll go out with him.
Say that again, Tony.
Did you own the Big Apple Circus?
Yep.
He does.
That's where I learned to walk the tightrope in Barnum as the Big Apple Circus.
Well, Tony, he would like you next year to do the tightrope.
Oh yeah.
You might make it through rehearsal.
But that's why I learned it. That's okay. I do rehearsal. Well, I did the tightrope. I learned it in your circus, which was uptown New York, right? It was in uptown New York, somewhere in 100th Street or something like that near the Central
Now
Park.
it's by Lincoln Center, but yeah.
By Lincoln Center, yeah. And I remember, here's the great thing about that. We all were trying to learn how to walk the wire to do Barnum. And I couldn't get it. And the wire was 7 feet high and 33 feet long. You had no help. You had to learn how to balance. And I had 2 weeks to learn it. And I couldn't get it. That was killing me. Finally, this little African-American kid says, you mind if I get up on that truck? Can I try it? Now, I was walking the wire with my arms out like this, right? Trying to balance myself like this. I watched this kid get up, and in one stroke, he walked across that wire with his hand straight up like this and went right across with no problem. I said, let me see you do that again. He got back up again. He put both arms up like this, and he walked across the wire. I got up on that wire. I walked across that wire because of that 12-year-old kid. And in all those shows I did on Broadway, I never fell once. Because young kid at your circus.
The wire is about the size of a nickel, the circumference of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
ever heard-
Arnie,
You
tell
ever-
everybody what the Big Apple Circus is for people who don't know what it is.
Well, it's the biggest circus in New York. It's been there about 40 years. It was a not-for-profit until we bought it about 4 years ago. And my partners, I don't know if you ever heard of Nick Wallenda. He's the wire walker. We went across the Grand Canyon. I forget where else. Over a volcano in Nicaragua, New York, Chicago. And he was our star for the first 2 years. He's one of my partners. And it's a circus that's in Lincoln Center. There's a big tent, and it's there November and December every year. And we plan to tour it eventually.
So
And
when
Arnie
we
promised
come to
I
New
could be a
York, we have to
clown.
go.
It's only in November and December.
So we
I
we-
said,
we
Arnie,
do
you
New York.
promised I could be a clown, and you never let me.
Yeah, we just closed. We just closed in last week.
There you go.
It
We
was
miss
great
so much
this year.
stuff in New York.
I went with Randy and his family to the circus. He loved it.
When I lived in Manhattan, I never had a minute to myself. It was go, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You know what that's all about. Ring a bell, go up, go in, go here, meet you over there, go to third. Here in Palm, wherever the fuck I am, desert.
There's nothing.
Where am I? The cemetery? This is a cemetery. You want to die young? Come here, or die old. Palm Springs has got to be the most horrible place I've ever lived in my life. Beautiful, but horrible, because it's very cliquey. All the queens, they stick together. They don't let anybody
And there's
in.
no fun things to do.
There's no fun things to do. A neighbor next door? Are you kidding? I don't know one person in our development. Not one.
How long have you been there?
7 years.
7 years.
I was there we had a house there for 40 years before all that changed. It was a different time then. That's where all the old stars were there.
Well,
Yeah, then it was fabulous.
That's when I was part of it. I was
Yeah.
part of the days of
That's right.
Tab Hunter and Natalie Wood. That was my era, but
was
not,
cool.
not anymore. But
No,
when
it
I
changed.
lived in Manhattan, I lived on 75th and 3rd. I don't think I was in my building maybe a day when I knew half of my building. All the Yentas, they'd be in the elevator. So you're single? I said, yes, but I'm gay.
So I want to bring on one other person that I know will love all of us, but he might want to have him say hi to Tony Orlando. Let's bring on Leon, everybody.
Oh, Leon, baby! Woo, swing it!
All right.
Leon, what's up?
Hey, hello,
How's it?
Happy New Year.
How's it swinging?
It's swinging kind of cold over here.
Well, Leon, I want to just say hi to you. I know you know Eileen and Cindy was on when you've been on before. This is Hub Reynolds Jr. This is the one and only Tony Orlando and Irene and Arny Michaels. And this is Leon, the singer and super famous actress, Leon in the Peoples. Say hi to everybody, Leon.
Hello. How you doing?
There you go. I love it.
Leon
all you
is
happy 2025 and all
Yes.
that.
Leon is the only singer I know that does not have to sing. Whatever he does comes out like he's asleep or in a dream. He just does it for me. I really mean it. Your voice and the way you mellow, the way you swing those words, you're incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So you guys also know Leon.
Love is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's Ron. That's like Ron's favorite song.
That's my favorite song that you sing.
Thank you. We close every show with that song.
Nobody does that lyric like you do. You do that lyric like it came from another planet.
Well, it came from my heart. That's where it came from. So maybe that's.
Oh, I know that, Leon. I love that song.
Thank you. I really appreciate that because I know you hear a lot of songs and a lot of artists. So I really
we do.
We do.
So you guys know Leon. You guys know Leon. He was in The Temptations, Little Richards, the Academy Award-winning movie Cool Runnings, Above the Rim. He played David Ruffin. You guys, he's like totally badass as a singer and an actor. And he was also in. Weren't you in that Sylvester? What's the Sylvester Stallone movie you did?
Cliffhanger.
He was in Cliffhanger, and he was also in the most controversial Madonna video ever.
And he was also married to one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Was married.
Married.
No. Never married.
Oh, just together. Okay, with Cynthia, you guys, from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, who we met last year at a red carpet event, and
she's
she
a
was
doll.
fabulous.
And I said to her, "So what do you think about Leon?" And she just looked at me.
Like, what you asked that for?
No, wait. And then I whispered in her ear, I said, "He was some hell of a catch."
So you gotta love it. So anyway,
she only laughed. She thought she got a kick out of it.
So you guys, Leon is Cindy's a music promoter. Hub's a country music singer. Arnie is a everything in the music business promoter. He owns the Big Apple Circus, and he's got 9 Tony Awards. And Irene Michaels is a phenomenal singer and actress, and
a gorgeous performer on stage. You got to see what she looks like.
Wow.
Can I brag about Irene a minute?
A lot of talent.
I want to brag about Irene.
Yes.
All right, because Irene has a new song out, My Heart, which is amazing. And it was mixed and mastered by the very iconic DJ Joe Smooth. And and the fact that she's married to Arnie is a really cool thing. Okay. At least for Arnie. Anyway, Irene is great. She was on General Hospital. She was in movies. She was in Mahogany. She was in Home Alone 2. And she's being very quiet now. What's with you, Irene? Talk.
Yeah. I thought she's very quiet.
So she is very quiet.
You know what it is?
I don't know if she's been quiet the whole time.
It's the Italian wife syndrome.
But wait, she was doing the right thing. Whenever you're given accolades and people are giving you accolades, you just don't say a word. Just let them speak.
There you go.
No, but Irene is special. Irene, let me speak. Irene is so special because I'm an advocate for age. I'm 84 years old, and I resent being called old or too old for anything today, and to be put in a box waiting to die. And when I meet people like Irene, I drop dead from them because she is a phenomena. You've got to see this woman's body in jeans and sequins. You've got to hear her sing. You've got to watch her perform. She's 25 years old, and she proves to the world age is for stupid old people. You don't have to grow old. You can get old, but don't grow old. And I think,
and we got Tony, who's 80,
and look, another one.
He's 84,
and Eileen Shapiro, 112. I mean,
and Leon. So we've known Leon for like 10 years, and he doesn't look a day older. He never looks a day older.
You know what, folks? All you young punks out there that go, "Oh, that's old. Oh, that's old-fashioned." Up yours. We're not old-fashioned. We made it for you. We laid the road for you. Now you're walking on it and you're woking it. Don't do that because you're making a boo-boo out of all the good stuff that we did. Tony with his wonderful yellow ribbon. I mean, look what that song did and the money it's raised and the veterans.
Tony Orlando, that's legendary. That's legendary stuff right there.
It absolutely is.
Not only that, but Tony is the nicest man in the entertainment business on the planet. Everybody says it, everybody knows it, and he's just a kind person with the biggest heart. He's just the sweetest man that ever lived.
That's nice to hear because I was a kid, I listened to him. So it's nice to hear.
He's almost as nice as you, Leon.
Yes, well, actually, Leon, you're pretty nice too. Actually,
yeah,
Leon's another one. You know, I've met so many celebrities in my years. I was best friends with Betty Davis, Jane Russell, everybody. I knew them all, and half of them were full of shit. It was all about them. They were plastic. They were horrible. And if you didn't kiss their ass all day long and tell them how wonderful they were, they wouldn't be in your company. Then you meet somebody like
happy
Tony.
Man.
Tony is a Latin. Tony, quiet. Latin people, I'm a Latin. Latin people have heart. We are the most loving people of all the people are Latinos, right?
Yeah.
Tony? Did you
I'm
buy
half
them?
Greek. No, I'm a Greek-Rican, so I got to give my Greek side some respect as well. My father,
Listen,
A Greek-Rican.
Greek-Rican, I like that. I like
my
that.
sister,
I like that too, Greek-Rican.
my sister married a Greek guy, Evangelo Antinaris. Okay, and I've met some of the nicest people through my Greek relatives, Despina and
Don, can I ask
Sympathera.
you a question, Don?
Ron,
Is there
yes.
anybody in show business that you do like?
He loves Jane Russell.
Oh, I love Jane.
He loves Irene. He loves Leon, and he loves you. So there you go.
I think all the people that he loves are online right now.
No, Champ. No. Let me tell you, Champ Hunter was my friend for over 40 years.
Right.
There was no man on this planet as good, as kind, as caring, as sweet, and as unassuming as Champ Hunter. I miss him to this very day. I mean, I want to go up and see his grave and do something. That's how much I loved him. So there are so many celebrities out there that are wonderful.
So I want to.
I honestly,
Debbie Reynolds, another doll.
I love Debbie. Yeah, Debbie was a great friend. But I can honestly say, I really think by and large, in this industry, we have people who really do have a big heart and get misunderstood many, many times.
Yeah.
I think that entertainers are giving. I'll give you an example. You take Jerry Lewis. There are many people who found Jerry Lewis to be harsh, to be a little bit, mouthy, to be disrespectful to people sometimes. But think about this. In the 50 years that he raised billions of dollars, created an awareness of a disease called muscular dystrophy that kills one muscle at a time as you live your life out. He's raised billions of dollars. If it wasn't for his heart, we wouldn't even have the science of DNA today, because DNA was the tool that's used to try to find the cure. And yet, there's still people in this world that think Jerry was, oh boy, he gave that tough interview. He had a heart of gold. And I think that most entertainers, because we have to deal with emotion, most singers have to deal with emotion. Leon, I think you'll agree with me on this, that you have to go right to your soul. You gotta be a soulful person to do the right job in film, or to do the right job on a record, or to write the right song. And I think that soul sometimes gets misconstrued. I think people in our business, by and large, have hearts of gold. I really do.
Yeah, it's very difficult sometimes when people look at your public persona and they don't really know you. And then lots of times entertainers, although we might be talented as singers or as actors or anything, some of us are introverts. Some of us don't really know how to deal with the public, or we're not comfortable, and just because we happen to be talented and what we do is in front of people doesn't mean socially, we're very comfortable. And lots of times fans can be very overbearing. They see you and it's like, it's the world to them in that moment. But meanwhile, you're just going through your life. I remember a situation where I was my girlfriend was breaking to my girlfriend. She was moving out my house. I'm on the phone in the airport trying to, talking to her, very emotional. And I see people coming up to me, taking my picture and stuff while I'm going through this. And I'm like, this is not the time to be doing this. I mean, I'm a person. I think sometimes they don't realize that you're a person just like them, and that you're going through a lot of the same things that everyone else goes through. Just 100%. Because I may be well known for what I do doesn't mean I should be respected as a person.
Absolutely.
I respect that, Leon. And I understand what you're saying, but I think that we sign up. Once we become performers and become public figures, we sign up, because every one of those people who interrupted you or me, and I've had that happen to me 1,000 times, maybe 1,000,000 times over 64 years, they are our true publicists. They are the people that really go on and make us who we are. Because when
word of mouth,
that person walks away going, I can't believe it. Leon was on the phone and he took the time. He actually took the time. He was in pain and gave me some attention. Now, I know it's difficult to do, and you're right.
But unfortunately, what they're going to say, Tony, is that Leon was so nice to get off the phone when he was having an emotional conversation to curse me out.
You have every right in the world to come down on them.
No, I never do that. I'm very nice to people, but what I do often, because I do understand what you're saying, and I have a lot of respect, because you have to realize that when people, especially when they don't live in New York or LA, or London or someplace like that, they very rarely ever get to see someone that they see on screen.
Right.
And they really don't know how to act. They're so shocked and they're so amazed that they don't know how to act. And sometimes what I do is I take the time to educate them, to say, listen, I'll take a picture with you. I'll do anything if you ask me, but just ask me and just, treat me the same way. Because I say to them, if you saw me videotaping you while you were on the phone or you were at a table eating, what would you do? You'd lose your mind. You'd be pissed off as hell. Right. And I say that to them and they go like, yeah, now I understand. I said, yeah, that's all I'm telling you. I said, when you meet someone who's like that, just walk up to them and ask them nicely. And I'm sure if they're a nice person, they're going to say yes.
But Leon, I know how nice you are, because you won't remember this, but I was on the promotions team working on your Hawaiian tour, and I was actually working on the song that Ron loves, and you were always not a celebrity to me, but the nicest guy. You have always been just like a regular person and not like a celebrity, treating us like we're little people. You were always so respectful.
You talk about introverts, and I found over all the years I've promoted and produced shows that comedians are often very moody and depressed and quiet. They're very different than singers, and they just once they're off stage, people come up and go, they want them to tell me a joke, and that's not what nobody goes up to you, Tony, or whatever, go sing me a song.
They probably do. I will. Hang on, we got to.
All the comedians I know, and I knew what's her name pretty well. Jesus Christ.
Listen. It's very easy. Just say everyone, because that's who you know. Everyone. Anyway, just say everyone, because everyone.
She was our greatest comedian. And in person, in the green room,
you're talking about Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers. The first time I met Joan was at the Manhattan Center in the green room. And I sat there talking to her, and she was playing with her fingernails and thinking. And she wasn't Joan Rivers at all. And I was a little disappointed. And I thought maybe it was because I wasn't a big enough comedian, who the fuck knows? And then she stopped with the fingernails, looked in the mirror, turned around, came over and gave me a hug. And she said, I was listening to every word you said. And I thought that was so wonderful. I loved her from that moment on.
So
and then she became Joan Rivers.
I got to bring on two other people, but I want to make one quick thing about Leon. The first time we met Leon, you guys, he was performing at New York City AIDS Walk. At the end of it, when you finished the walk, Leon and the Peoples were performing. I think 2 years in a row we saw him there. Yep. And you should have seen the people going crazy for him. And he was super nice to everybody. And he's a phenomenal. He's a phenomenal actor. Everybody knows that, but he's a phenomenal
performer. The majority of the people that were going crazy were women.
You are one of the most
nuts.
Say it again, Tony. Say it again, Tony.
I'm saying that Leon is one of those people who is one of the most eclectic talents.
Yes.
He goes to there's so many parts to Leon. There's so many things he can do, and he's a threat at everything he does, whether it be acting or singing or doing whatever he does. He's an amazing composite of talent. He really is.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
He's also a really super nice guy, and he's also fun. He's a lot of fun.
There you go.
Listen, I just want to say to all of you, I wish you all a very happy, healthy, and productive 2025.
Thank you.
I'm preparing for my next movie, which I have to do very soon. And so I have to go into a meeting with the director now.
Thank you so much, Leon.
Thanks, Leon.
Definitely.
Leon,
it was truly
Go
a
see him.
pleasure.
He's going to be at
Leon
City Winery on January 17th.
Yes.
There you go.
And Leon, remember one thing, Leon. Love is a beautiful thing.
Always.
Yeah, it is.
Leon.
It is.
Definitely.
All right,
Take,
guys, we're
take
gonna
care,
bring.
everybody.
Thank
Take
you.
care, Leon.
You guys, we're gonna bring on.
God bless you. Thank you for your kind words.
Did you ever hear that song, Love is a
You
Beautiful
guys all
Thing?
need to hear it. You guys all have to hear it.
It's so
Has anybody heard that song, Love is a Beautiful Thing?
They have. Yes, they have.
It is such a, for me, it's wonderful. It just,
Okay, we got to bring on other people.
okay.
Leon, thank you.
The director.
Bye, Leon.
Bye. Hey, Kadrolsha, let's bring
Everybody.
Bring in
Good.
Jennifer.
Okay.
Thank you, Arnie. Bye. Thank you, Arnie. Thank you, Eileen. Irene. Hey, you guys. Bye bye.
Oh, there she is.
Thank you all.
So, you guys, this is Kadrolsha Ona Carole, Queen of the Paranormal, who did our ghost hunt.
Bye, Jimmy. Bye, Don. Bye, Eileen.
Johnny, thank you so
Eileen,
much. Bye
Love you.
God bless you all.
I love
Happy
you with
New
my
Year.
whole heart.
Tony.
Yay.
I'll tell you, I was watching the first half and listening, and I was so intrigued. Everyone, you guys are fascinating. I mean, you had Leon on, and then, Hub was talking, and Eileen, oh my God, I love her to death.
No, shut up and show us your cleavage.
Show us those moves, and let's bring
Show us the cleavage. We don't give a shit about you. Show us the tits. We want to see cleavage. Yeah, come on. Come on, guys. Let's go. Woof, 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 woof.
KO.
Hold on, we have to bring in Jennifer. Let's bring in Jennifer, you guys.
Kadrolsha, give me a kiss.
Hey.
I love
Guys,
you.
this is Jennifer James, the director working
This
on
is
many
my
of our projects. My next favorite person.
Hi, everybody.
And,
It's a pleasure to be here. Happy holidays and all that kind of stuff.
yes, so
Hi,
I don't know
my
if
girl.
you haven't met Kadrolsha, I don't think, before, but you
No.
know Cindy, and this is Hub, and Eileen is my partner with World Star PR, so you'll be working with her. I don't know if you've actually met or not, so please
No,
say
I
hello.
don't
We
think
have
so.
met, actually.
Oh, we
did
have.
meet. Yeah,
Hey, nice to see you again.
you too.
Oh,
you
and,
guys,
go ahead.
everybody seems to be having a very good time.
Yes, we're having a good time.
Yes, we are. And I'm not going to ask you to show your tits either.
No, don't
I'd
do
rather
that.
you didn't.
Because no,
I want to be familiar, but maybe not quite that familiar.
Jennifer has a set of jugs, let me tell you. She's built well.
Okay, hold on. We're going to also add
Right, honey?
SohoJohnny in, you guys. Bring in SohoJohnny.
Oh, no. So,
Johnny!
Hey.
Johnny.
Hello, everybody. Happy New
Hello.
Year.
Happy New Year.
And it's going to be a great, great year.
Yes,
I feel reverberations. We've been through so much. A lot of great people around, such as people on the Zoom. Just sending out the joy and love to everybody. I'm so blessed to be here with all of you today.
So, Johnny, I'm not sure if you've ever met everybody. Jennifer's my partner with our film company. So this is Jennifer. She's our director and writer. This is SohoJohnny.
Nice to meet you.
Hub Reynolds is a country music star. Kadrolsha is the queen of the paranormal. And Cindy, you might have met before because she's always on this show. But Cindy, and then you know Eileen. And we have one more person that we're going to bring in. We're going to bring in one more person. Bring
so
him in.
paisano, ¿cómo está?
¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo está? ¿Está bien?
Yay! And then we have
Hey.
Revolution.
No!
Revolution.
Here he is.
No, how are you, my friend?
Good. Hey.
Oh my gosh, you guys look so cool. So Frank, you already know SohoJohnny. This is Hub Reynolds, star. Kadrolsha is the queen of the paranormal. Jennifer James is a director, producer, writer that we're working with, and she's phenomenal. Cindy's a music promoter, and you know Eileen already. And you know Ron and I. Happy New Year. We're happy to see you both.
Ron and you are the
I
linchpin
just
that
wanna
brings
talk
everybody
to these
together.
These two.
If this was
I have
Hollywood
a-
Squares, you guys
I have
would be in the center
a
of
very
it.
simple thing to say to you. I love you both. Thank you.
Oh, we love
Thank
you
you
too, Ron.
so much for thinking of me. Thank you, thank you. I love you both so much. I really do. You're a smart woman. And
Feeling
you-
is mutual, Ron.
And you know what the sad part is? We never get to see each other.
But we will soon.
But I love both of you. I want you to know that.
We're going to invite them to the Grammy party on the 31st.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hey.
So yes, we'll get to go. So Johnny is in New York, you guys. Frank and Olga. Actually, we call him No. He wrote Frank. How come we wrote Frank now instead of No? Are we changing something?
No.
I made a mistake. I was hallucinating.
He's
Okay.
always no to us.
No and Olga, you guys have a phenomenal band, like a psychedelic rock band called Revolution. They're fabulous. They're super talented. Johnny is an actor and he owns Pep Real Estate and Let Me Help Inc. It's a charity, and he also owns Tribeca Records, one of the biggest boutique agencies in New York.
Olga is a genius. She is a doctor, not a urologist. What's a woman doctor? It's not true?
There.
She writes books. She grows the biggest pot field in the world. She's got the best pot up where she is. No, really.
She gave Ron pot butter. She gave Ron pot butter.
That pot butter, let me tell you, you put a little bit on
that was smooth.
You're gone with the wind for a week. I do it to sleep, but she's a genius. She's smart. She knows everything. I'm so in love with her brain. I mean, and she plays the piano. She's musical. She's one of these people that I suspect come from another planet. I think she's an alien from another planet pretending to be a human.
Yeah, I can confirm that.
And of course,
he says he can confirm it.
and No, of course, has just invented the house that you will be living in one day
on Mars.
On Mars. That's how intelligent these two are. I cannot brag enough about them. They look weird, right? Like crazy. But you know what? Their brains they're very intelligent.
Yeah, they're very intelligent and they're very talented.
And No flies an airplane. And No said he would come and pick us up and bring us up there. And I said, not with what he smokes.
So I want to give some props to Jennifer James, you guys. So when we had Cindy come on, we told you about the movie Saving Paradise that we're shooting. Hopefully start in pre-production in June. We took the idea to Jennifer. Jennifer actually wrote the screenplay for it. We'll be directing it. I'm casting it. So we're going to be shooting this summer. And then SohoJohnny, I didn't finish because Ron jumped in, but he also owns Tribeca Records, which is a boutique New York City record label that a lot of great artists are on. Irene Michaels, who just got off the call, is on the label. Randy Edelman is on the label. We have a lot of great artists.
And SohoJohnny just said he's going to give me the $3 million I need for my movie.
Yes. And also, you guys, SohoJohnny makes his acting debut in The Beast Inside, which is available now on all different platforms.
Wow, cool.
Johnny has a great role in it. He's the comedic relief.
And he did such a good job, such a professional job.
Very good job.
That's great.
Wow. And
that's because he's Italian. Italians do everything well. But
was the comic relief.
Yes, he was the comic.
You know what? I don't think that's what you were. To be quite honest,
not even trying.
I think that your character was so confused that I didn't find you to be the comic relief at all. I found your character to be important.
It was very good, though.
You did a good job. You did a very good job. So as for me being in the movie, it was like this.
Cameo. So let's go to Kadrolsha.
Was that Ron Russell's nose I saw go by?
Let's go to Kadrolsha for a minute because we haven't talked to her too much. So Kadrolsha, what's something coming up for 2025 for you? Because we got to kind of find out what's going on with her. I know she's busy all the time.
Coming up. First off, I like to do a lot of journalism and doing writings for Dark Frights magazine. I read an article and put that there. I also am, and Ron and Jim know, I am the CEO of 360 Television Studios. And so that's a big job right there, selling network stations and, having our stakeholders meetings every week. And I also host Hollywood Entertainment News, which we are trying to just really move it to another level. I'm thinking of taking what Jimmy does and get on every day and, just do a conversation or two. But in the meantime, I'm doing something very exciting in 2025. I have an epic horror movie in development that I'm developing.
Great.
But I'll be in touch with a lot of you after this, when I get to a certain point, and it is going to be 100% a go and very different. It took me quite a while to think about something that isn't already on television or in the movies where, the zombies, the viruses, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. This is different. So I'm hoping it's going to be a great success. I would say so, with people like yourselves involved, I hope, and like that. So it's going to be a very busy year. I'm busy every day in conversations with it.
And wait a minute, you got a new baby. You just got a new baby.
I got a new baby, Layla. She's a little puppy.
Isn't she cute?
She's 13 weeks old now, and she just went to get her second round of shots, and she peed all over me.
What kind of a puppy is she?
All over the place. I had to come home and get changed.
She's adorable.
What kind of puppy is it? Jennifer asked, "What kind of puppy is it, Kadrolsha?"
She's a mix of everything. She has she's lab, pit bull, an Australian healer. And the Australian healer, I have an Australian shepherd, so you see a lot of those qualities. She's always trying to chase something or nip at something and hurt him around in a circle. Being the lab, what she likes to do, she gets in the shower with me. She loves that. And just today, I found her before I took her for her shots. I was, cleaning up, getting things ready, and I found her in her dog bowl swimming. So water was everywhere. Then there, she just loves the water. So. And she's like, if she gets up in the middle of the night, I'll say, "Go to bed," like kind of mean, and she does. She goes right to sleep. So,
when you said she takes a shower with you, do you know how many guys envied that dog?
Yeah, she's licking my legs and everything. Yeah.
We'd love to take a shower with you.
So Olga, tell us what's going on with Revolution. Anything exciting that we should tell the world about?
Not right away. David's on tour with another band right now, so we're kind of a hiatus. But we got a bunch of new songs, probably 15 songs that we've recorded from last year. So we'll have a new album up this summer.
Okay, that's perfect.
Are you going to come? Are you going to come to the big ball, the global thing,
Grammy party?
The Grammy party?
Well, he doesn't know anything. We just told him now. So
because if you don't come, I'm going to burn down your fields.
It's August.
It'll be the biggest pot.
It's on January 31st, and Eileen will get you an invitation.
Because I want to see you both. I want to see you.
So
both.
Johnny, what do you look excited for this?
Johnny looks excited. Up? Johnny never looks excited.
He's always
excited. He smells the pizza and he gets excited.
There's always so many things going on.
When are we going to see you? I thought you were in jail.
No. They let me out.
They let you out. Here. Uncle behavior. No, I heard that you were in singing on your label. I want to talk about my Jen. I am so proud. I've worked with a lot of pretty good directors. Maybe one or two good directors. And I am so happy and proud to say that I will be starring in a movie called O Negative, where I play a gay vampire who has a daughter. And the story is beautiful. It is so different from any other vampire movie you've ever seen. And I'm proud to say that Jen is my director. I don't think, and I'm being Jen, I'm being honest. If that script were given to me and I didn't know who the director was, I would have turned it down. Because I will not play it as a flaming faggot. Ooh, 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 one of those sissified men. I will not play it. I will play it as a father, a real father who is gay, who has a daughter. And that's going to be the beauty of this movie, that it's not going to be, I'm going to suck your blood. Woo!
Well, it's kind of an odd movie. It's sort of Dracula meets Alice in Wonderland. So it's
wonderful.
Kind of an odd combination of things. So it is a strange movie, but you'll do a wonderful job as the co-star.
If it goes off as we think.
It's going to go fabulous.
Because I take my daughter to a very enchanted place to meet very enchanted people.
So,
and I think that's going to make the movie just happen.
I want to go back to Soho.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Also, so Jen and I have two other movies. Jen and Cindy and I have Saving Paradise, and then Jen and I have Red River with Ming Ballard, who wrote it, and that's going into production in February. And so we're super excited by that. But I want to go back to Soho. So Soho, what are some of the things? Because don't you have a bunch of shit coming up?
Well, with Soho at Night, we're putting the final touches on it, as we all know, and it's going to be on a platform very, very soon this year. Looking forward to that. A lot of people looking forward to that and tied to that, and I'm very excited about that. A lot going on in the real estate end there. There's so many people coming and doing shows or events or whatever down in Soho.
Did you finish buying all of Manhattan?
No, no. But you meet so many interesting people. What I love about it is that you have the creativity of the world coming to a neighborhood like that, and they all just want to make a splash. There's Fashion Week coming up right now in February, which is a big deal. That is in
Second question: is Gino getting married?
No. I think they called
Nino. What did I say?
Oh,
Gino?
Nino.
Tell Nino hi.
No. I don't believe there's a
Nino's not getting married. We're not allowing it.
So you guys,
everybody put their foot down.
Send all of my best to Nino.
So you guys,
I will. He does the same.
Johnny's company is called Pep Real Estate. You guys, he does pop-ups in Soho, in New York City. So if you need pop-ups,
he has the most beautiful, fabulous properties on the planet.
And go to peprealestate.com to see it. We only have like 4 minutes. We should tell everybody what our social medias are to follow.
Show's over?
Quick. Yeah, in 4 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We got out there for 2 hours. So let's go. Starting with Eileen. Let's go, Eileen. Then Cindy. Social media, Eileen. Tell everybody.
I don't know it. You do.
Eileen Shapiro 3 on X, and I don't know. In Facebook, she's Eileen Shapiro, and Instagram, I don't know what she is. Cindy, you go. I know you know yours.
Well, I'm Lady Lake everywhere, and right now I'm really building on Blue Sky. So anybody that's not on there, come over and say hi, because I'm going to do a starter pack with all cool people coming up soon. As soon as I hit my 20,000, which will probably be this week.
There you go, Hub. You're up.
I'm working on, now that I've got Holly Ann cast as my opposite in the video for the new single, It's in the Kiss. We're trying to get that filmed and get it to my PR guy, Mr. Starr and Miss Queen Shapiro there. And I'm working on a trailer for Rusty Dreams, the movie, so we can all hit it at one time.
And how do people follow you? How do people follow you on social media?
I'm on most of every one of the social medias. You can find me 4 of them on X and Instagram, Facebook, several of them there. And actually, TikTok is started to pick up over there.
That's my best one too.
Yeah. So it's good. Everything's going great. I'm not any happier than I've ever been in my life right now. So
all right, KO, what's up? Who are you?
Oh, you can go to HollywoodEntertainmentNews.com to find out all the social media information there, or QueenOfTheParanormal.com, and you'll find all of the other social media there. And I'm in magazines all over the world, and I write for magazines also all over the world. And I just got a lot to do, and I'm excited about the new horror movie and all the other things that I'm doing.
Yeah, but can you cook?
I can cook. I can cook chili. I can make a roast soup and a good stock, the chicken soup the old-fashioned way in a great big pot, and make a lot of ethnic foods and things. So
we only got a minute.
Okay.
Jen, go ahead. Social media. Tell us where to go.
I'm on Facebook as Jennifer James Films. I'm on X as Jen James Films. LinkedIn, and I'm wandering around the streets when I can't get anything else better to do.
She's big on it. She's very big on LinkedIn.
Jen, I hope those fires are far from you. Are they far away from you, the fires?
Oh, yeah, we're in the South Bay, and most of those fires are up in northern area by Malibu and Santa Monica. We're down in the South Bay area, so no, we're actually pretty far away from it. We're on the other side of it, so luckily we're okay.
So, Johnny, where do they go to find you? I know SohoJohnny.com.
For any great Soho space in
Uh-oh. What happened?
Uh-oh.
Where can you find Soho
So
Johnny?
you guys, is SohoJohnny.com, PepRealEstate.com, TribecaRecords.com.
And also Sing.
And LetMeHelpInc.org, I think it is. Am I right?
Yes.
He's lagging on us, so I don't know what happened there. And Frank, how about you guys? How do we find out about Revolution? Because we're out of time just about.
Revolution.com. What's
Facebook.
your on
YouTube.
Facebook and on Instagram.
YouTube.
And on X. Hey, you
Oh,
know,
Revolution is REVOLUSHN. You guys.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
I don't
Johnny,
know.
I told them TribecaRecords.com,
and you were great.
PepRealEstate.com, and SohoJohnny.com, and LetMeHelpInc.org. We're out of time. No, and Olga, you guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everybody on this call right now for coming on the show. Thank you so much. Have a happy New Year.
My lady. Everything wonderful. Everything wonderful.
Bye, everybody.
Thank
you.
you.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
And try not to get so wrong.
Yeah, we in the mix. Yeah, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes? Download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.